beat. We go out, come home, and out, come home. And keep your arches up, a little more of that so that you don't drop your heels or your knees. You got it, Karen. That's great. And out and in, 2 more, and stretch and bend elbows and stretch and bend to your arches. And we go out and in and out. And now it's getting good, right? So now you're starting to figure out how big it has to be. Out and in and out and in and out and in. 2 more. We're just cutting a little reps here at the beginning. Now you go to your heels. Powerful ankle flexion. Flex your ankles. Take your toes with you. Yeah. And it's not the same thing, you guys, as pushing your shins to the floor. In fact, the opposite. It's holding your shin up to your foot. So don't push me. Push the foot bar and flex your ankles. Don't push me. Push the foot bar and flex your ankles. So you're pushing here. Yeah, but you're still pushing here. Don't push here. Bend your knees. Push this. Yes. Yes. Oh, nice job. That's it. Okay, back to the balls of the feet. No hyperextension. You stretch out. You drop. Pulse lift. Drop. Pulse lift. Drop. Pulse lift. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Drop. Pulse lift. When you drop, feel like your shin goes right into the top of your foot versus your heel slings under. Does that make sense? Your shin goes right into the top of your ankle instead of your heel hanging below. Yes. All right. Bend your knees and come in. Take your foot bar down quietly. Yes. Take your arms up. Big inhale and exhale. Whoosh. We go in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and in. 2. Little bigger pause. Out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and in. 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and in. And even though you don't curl a lot, you still levitate a lot, right? Like you're trying to get on top of your hands rather than feel like you're below your hands. You got it. And then last one, keep your arms and legs straight and just lift your arms and lower your legs. All right, handles in one hand. Come on up. Drop down to 2 springs. Green, red, or red, red. Either one. A little bit lighter. And you can just go red, green, whatever you want. Lie back down, head rest down. Okay, so this is overhead, right? Crazy overhead. So you press down, you come to the 3-inch with your sacrum. You come up, 1. You go over, tap, lift, up. You jackknife down, pelvis moves away, legs come parallel. Then the 3-inch, and then reach arms and legs together. Beautiful. And you go up, 1. Over, tap, lift. Jackknife down. The hips will move away more than you guys are wanting to. And then 3 inches. And then reach. And again, you go up, 1. And then over, tap, 2. Hips come down halfway and legs come parallel to the floor, halfway down hips. Yes. And then 3 inches. Legs first. And then arms and legs. Stay down. Bend your elbows. Bend your knees. Keep your head down. Arms go to the mat, legs load. Coordination. 1, open, close, bend, bend. And 1. Little lower. Take your toes straight down over the foot bar. Don't pop them up and drop them. Take your toes straight down. That's it. Right? So toes go straight down. There you go. Yes! One more like that. Just follow your toes out. I try to think of my toes a little bit like the cold nose of a dog sniffing. Okay? Handles in one hand. No, sorry. Am I right? Handles in one hand, up we come. Drop down to 1 spring. You'll be good on a red. You'll be good on a red. And swing around for rowing. Knuckles together. Oh, you did? Okay. So you curl it all the way back. You open to the side, but then you arch your chest forward. You curl circle the arms around to your feet, and you stay on your feet, and you roll back from there. You just roll all the way back from there. You got it. And then you open. And then you arch. And then you lift. And we're going to do one more. I'm going to try not to do it with our elbows. We're going to do it with our hands and our spines, and not our elbows at all. No elbows, even there, no elbows. Oh, much better. And then up we come and circle around. Straight arms, you come up to sitting, and then you flex back. And Deb, maybe go up your carriage like 2 inches, just so you have a little sacrum room there. Straight up to your ears, lower your arms. Turn, curl, circle to your toes. Come up with straight arms, and then flex as you go, and straighten to your ears, and lower. Turn, curl, and circle. One more time. And up, and you flex it back. Pull your belly way in though, Karen, and keep pressing out against your shoulder blocks if you go that low, right? And then down, and then turn, curl, and circle around. Nice. Handles in one hand. Pivot around. Scoot your butt back. Thumbs really strong. On your side seams, shoulder blades together. Way back, Deb. Wait, thumbs back here. Way back. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Thumbs back. Thumbs back. Farther back. And then that's all right. Doesn't matter. Here's the work. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Inhale out. Turn down. Reach. Lift. Circle. Wide. Here. Out. Turn. Go narrow. Yes. Stay narrow. Right. And circle around. Stretch it out. Turn it, muscle it. Yeah, muscle it. Squeeze it out. I know. Flex your ankles. Round over and reach. Narrow. Stay narrow, you guys. Rise up and stop. Whole body leans on the spring. Circle it around. Round over and reach. Roll up and stop. Go thumbs around your wood there, Deb. Thumbs around your wood. Yeah. And then reach, lift, strong wrist. Really strong wrist, Karen. Yep. And around. You don't have to stretch it. You just lift it. Round over and reach. Rise up. Don't stretch so much. Your arms or anything. Don't stretch so much. Just put your weight on it. Lift and circle. Stay with your legs straight. Thumbs again to the tops of your shoulders. A little narrower than you think because they like to go wide. Down, up, and down, and up, and down. Nice. And up. And as you come down, Deb, take your elbows a little lower so your thumbs arrive. Yes. And push up. Nice. And all the way down. Nice. And hook your handles and step off. You'll come this way to get your box. You'll go that way to get your box. And then add a spring. Red, green, red, red. Red, green over here is good. Put a pad on your box. Pick up your foot strap. Pick up your foot strap first. And then put your feet on the wood in front of the foot strap. Push your box out, get your quads where they go. And then walk your feet back. Yes, okay? You've got a little prayer foot energy in those feet, and you've got a little foot ankle energy in those feet, right? And then you're picking up on the strap a little bit. Thumbs together in the well, palms down. Bend your elbows a little, no stretching. Pick your arms way up and let them take you backwards. Open and wide. Keep them soft. Chest to the box. Back again, Karen. And then thumbs together, dive forward. Don't stretch so much, Meredith. Yeah, pick it up. Pick it up and take it back. Yes, open it back, chest to the box. Back again, thumbs together, head first. One more time, beautiful. And up we go, way back there. Oh my gosh, chest to the box. Back again, thumbs come together, and chest to the box. Nice. Pick yourself up off your box, and then you can, I don't have exact words for how to get out of that. All right, put your pad away. Now we're going to go into backstroke. 2 springs. And you're going to, if you want to do the loops instead of the handles, right, then this one you move back a little bit. So you could, yeah, you could loop them like you would for a short spine and just hold that. And then you won't be quite as far down your box, but that's only because the strap is so short. Really short, right? But do come down your box pretty far so you don't feel like you're going to fall off. Yeah, you just want to feel like you've got something behind you that you could pull your knees to. Right. Keep that connection. Straighten the arms and legs. Open very wide. And then down around the back of the hip. And then come together. When the knuckles come together, the thumbs touch and the knuckles touch your quads. Up you go. 1. Stretch it out. Knuckles together and on your quads. And come back. That's right. And up you go. 1. Don't pull your carriage yet. Open 2. Then pull your carriage. Lower. Down, down. And on your quads, come home 1 more time. Up we go. Deb, you might be a little far back, which makes you feel just a little precarious there. And around. Go, Karen. And then home. Nice job. All right. Handles in one hand. Step off. Short. And that, so you could have been on a red. You might have liked that better. Subtle, you know. All right, pull your handles out, and then we'll get on for breaststroke. We have to come down to 1 spring. I wonder if I forgot to say that in the last class. It looked awesome. So I'm going to say I didn't forget to say that. Okay. All right, so you get on. Remember so then you just do the 1 kick. Right? Just the 1 kick. And Karen, step off again, just so you know. So you guys hold on 1 sec, just have a little break for a moment. Put these over here. Yeah, hold this one and this one. Then pull out. Put your hands there and then get on. All right, then you take your hands back, right? And take your hands back. Deb, come up your box 1 more inch. Yes. Okay, you're going to lift your legs back there. And then flex once, and then reach, pull your straps, no, straight through. Straight through, yeah, and then straight through and arch up and circle around. See if you don't flick your elbows. Don't flick your elbows. Aha. Good, see if you can go a little narrower, nice Deb, with your hands on the first movement. Narrow, then up. And in fact, try to go up a little more. Go, Karen. Yes, before you go swimming, right? So that if we could, it would have a little more of this in it before we open versus it kind of looks a little like that. I'll try 1 more. It's harder. Try to go narrow, up, narrow, then open. Kick, reach, narrow, up, narrow. That's better. All right. Nice. Okay, step to the floor. Doesn't reverse. Handles in 1 hand, horseback. Legs are up high because you're curled, not just because your hip joints are flexed, right? Go very narrow with your hands again. Come in narrow. Pick the whole thing up, including your legs. Sit tall, sit down, and open, and around. And again, the other thing you do, that's the hardest part in a way. And then up, that's it. Up we go, legs 2, legs 2. Yeah, so don't arch your back to do it. Keep your curl and pick the whole curl up. Pick the whole curl up. Legs 2, legs 2, legs 2, right. Okay, handles in 1 hand. You know, maybe as you come up here, but not as you're coming up. Yeah, okay. Handles in 1 hand, step off. Hook your handles. Take your box away. On the way back, you put your headrest up, your foot bar up. Be on one green. So take your red off, and you don't even need a pad because we do long stretch, but your feet are either on the shoulder blocks in front or on the shoulder blocks on top, and you can try them both or whatever. Yes, okay, hips down, heads up a little bit, and find your upper shoulders, one green. It is light, but your upper shoulder needs to be able to deal. Yeah, hips down, stand in the front of your ankle instead of up in your calf. What if, instead of standing here, you stood, get down. Okay, so you will when you figure it out. Okay, you got to keep this down so that instead of being in that position, you're in this position. So your shin goes here and you flex your front of your ankle and you push with the front of your ankle. Walk your toes back 1 degree and then lower your shins down 1 degree. That's the one, Deb, and push. Yes, stay down there in the ankle shin. Lower your knees, add a spring, but not too heavy. Green, red, 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 green, blue. Okay, try not to stretch. In fact, let's say you're gonna shrink. Your arms are going to be shorter, your neck is going to be shorter, your spine is going to be shorter, your thighs are going to be shorter. You're just going to be shorter. And then you're going to bend inside the small space. You can still arch like crazy. Arch like crazy. Arch, bring your chest through, hips drop forward, drop them. Drop that. Just drop it. Let it hang. Can you? Let go. Pull this together.
Oh, that's exploding.
Yeah. And then you don't even stretch this. You bend. You bend backwards. Exactly. Right? Drop that as much as you're willing. Drop that. Drop it. That's nice job. Yes. Curl up. Stay over your hands. Push through your ankles, not your calves. Get forward over your hands a little bit more. Head way down. Way down. Seriously, down more. And then, and Karen, come way over your hands. Yeah, your hands more. Yeah, get your hips down more. Press your ankles away, keeping your shoulders above your head. And then come in, leading a little with your shoulders. Thanks, Laura. And then head, beautiful. And don't lock those arms. Lift the arms. Yes, my dear. Yes. Do you want to go into your combo? Don't stretch so much, Deb. Stand on your hands. Yeah, arch, drop your spine. Hold your arms and your feet. Drop your spine, Deb, and look way up, way up. Look way up now. Way up because you're arching, yes. And then go back in your arch. Make sure that when you push, the push is through the ankle, not your low back, right? So when you push back out again in your arch, it's hand to foot. That's the one, right? And then hand to foot and spine curls and comes home, right? That make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, great. Let's just do a little elephant, just kind of reorganize. Just go, but you're stretching open from shoulders to foot. You're not in here, which is, I know, challenging, right? Okay, elephant. Just do a little elephant, just kind of get your brain on straight again. Don't hyperextend. Stand in the front of your ankle. What does that mean? Put more weight on your hands than you think, right? So here's a good place to practice. Just bend your knee 1 degree. Put your shin bone into your talus and stand on your foot. Yes, and move your foot. And move your foot. Yes, that's right. And this is great. And you could just relax in here a little bit and curl. She's like, what? Say it again. Oh, I know, it's hard. It's hard. You got it. You can see arabesque on the shoulder blocks, ridiculous. And then step off. It's one of the scenarios where over here, even though it seems like it's going to be heavier to add a spring, for elephant or for the arabesques, you actually want that second spring. Helps it come home. Yeah. All right, long back stretch, straight arms and alternate directions. Yeah, remember? So you have to push out down. So you push out and then you go down. Yeah, so try not, yeah, you got it, Deb. Now bend your knees and again, stand in your ankle. I don't know if that makes sense yet because it's kind of a new concept for you. But you're standing in tension here, right? Flex your ankle and push here. And don't drop this. Stay on your foot. Pick your calves up. Yes. And out. Yes. And down. And to go down, you have to actually let your shoulder extend a little more.
Too much of a drop, though?
Nope. And then when you go out, you got to go down. That's the way. Yeah, and that was the only thing. Is I think we have a habit of staying. So now you got to go down. Your shoulder has to let you down. That's it. And then you come home, right? Yeah. It's just that we don't know that coordination. Like we're used to something else. That's it, Deb. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of has its own little thing to it. Once you hook to it. All right, stomach massage. Yes. So 1 or 2 pads, 3 or 4 springs, but don't go crazy heavy. Yeah, that's what I would do. I might even go that red and take that green off. And I do on this guy here, Karen, you might just do 3. That's plenty. All right, so you're squishing 4. This one has 2 sticky wheels. That one has 4 sticky wheels. You feel the difference. Come in closer with your butt. Way closer, keep coming, keep coming. Then your heels are up really high and your ears are between your knees. Elbows are bent, abs are on. You do out, stay, out, 1, lower, 2, up, 3, and 4. And we're gonna go out, don't straighten your knees. Go out, don't straighten your knees. Flex, come up, and bend your knees. Don't straighten your knees. Push with your feet. Lower with your feet. Don't hang off your feet. Up and in, right? So you're going to stay on your foot. You're not going to shift to here. Take the weight out of my hands and put it in your feet. Hold this up. Hold it up. That's the way. Hold it up. Hold it up. Yes. So you're never going to, it's the same here. You're never going to push this down. Your forearm. You're going to hold that up. You're never going to push this down. You're going to hold that up over your foot rather than pushing it off your foot like this over and over, especially in that exercise. Let's do arms back. Go down a spring unless you were already really light. Try it again. The arch of the foot holds the foot up so high you can't straighten your knee. The arch of the foot holds the foot up so high you cannot set your shins down. You go out, but don't set them down. You articulate your feet ankles and you flex into the front of the ankle where we're tight, and then you pop back up again, keep your shins above, and you come on home. Stomach massage. There you go, Deb. Articulate without dropping. What's the difference articulating without dropping? You have like 33 joints in your feet. Articulate all of them and articulate all of them and come back in. Yes. Reach around and take another spring if you need to, and then just out and in with a stop each time. Don't lock your knees. It should feel more like you pushed off your feet than you straightened your knees. It should feel like I pushed with my feet. Yes. And I pushed with my feet. Yeah, and push with this part of your foot. Push with this part of your foot. And stay on this 5th metatarsal. Yeah, stay on it. You got it. Yes, you could come narrower here if you want, but you're not going to come forward here. You're going to stay out on this. Yes, exactly.
This is more of the archival to be on that outer.
No, I think it's how it should be. Because everybody does this. And that just torques the knee and does funny things. It should have a little more of the prayer foot feeling in it at all times. Yes, right? So that the sole of your foot is in line with your knee. And when you push, you can still be on here.
So this, no.
No, you'll be out here. And then pick your knees up so they're not below and lower your heels slightly. Yeah. Right, so the sole of your foot's in line with your knee. I don't know, I'm trying lots of different ways to say it, but it's just this instead of this, which is what we love. It's this. So you're right over your feet. Yeah. Totally, same thing, always the same. And that is really more the footwork, stomach massage, swan. Yeah.
So we got into too much almost.
Yeah.
For the big toe ball.
Yeah. So it's, you know, center of shin to center of foot, and then to the 5 metatarsals and the heel, right? But straight out this way, not that way. And it's weirder than it sounds like it is. Go ahead and step off. Tendon stretch. Tendon stretch has the look up with the jaw thing. And you get to, you remember again, there was a wall right here and then a floor right here. You have to stay in front of and above the foot bar where your hands are. So you got to curl your tail, feet together. And you go out and you can get lower first, and then look up, and then curl it all the way back, and then look up. Flex your ankles more. Push with your arches. Lift your toes up. Yeah. Lift your ball of your foot up. So you're on your foot. Yeah. Push with the arch of your foot. Bend your knees a little bit, Deb, and flex your ankles. Yeah, flex the ankle. That's right. Now, that isn't exactly how they do it, but I think you feel it, right? Again, just bend these. Drop your heels way down. Yeah, exactly. Keep dropping your heel. Push your heel down. Push it down and under. Yes, and push it. And don't straighten anything. And keep pushing it and curl back home. And keep pushing it. Push it. And use your abs, etc. Beautiful. And then you'd like to keep a little more tail curl, I think. Yes. And then it's more, it's in a way, this one's hard because you can't really tell exactly because it's kind of fast. I don't know if it's really extension anywhere other than really the throat. So we'll look at that on Saturday. You'll see this stuff. It's like, it's actually harder than it sounds like to even have gleaned quite as much as we have.
Some of that in cat. Like I noticed on the chair in cat, his head is this way.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's straining. It's just the eyes are up.
Yeah, his head's up a lot more.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Although, like knee stretches, you know, you see that's the shape,
In, right? Yeah.
right? And there's that elbow to ear, and that upper shoulder that we got kind of down here.
So round with his
So round.
Extended.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. He's got mega abs. Where are we? Short spine. All right, put your foot bar down, 2 springs, maybe a red, green. That's fine. Head rests down. Just get into your regular short spine, and then we'll talk it through because this one has, you know, all the choreography. All right, so then once you're there, really a prayer foot. And this prayer foot is not just soles of the feet together, but it's toes pointed to your nose. And then bring your knees in. So you're doing that more in the foot ankle than you are in the hip. All right? So then you're going to push the outer foot to the ceiling. The carriage will move a little. The carriage will move a little. The carriage will move a little. There we go. 90. You parallel. Push your carriage out. So you're going to be here, Deb. Right? As you came up, you came out here. Then you parallel, but don't lean on this. Stand on this. You rise up straight without moving your carriage. Rise up. And then you curl your spine. And then you prayer foot home, toes to nose. Yes, which is really quite an interesting feeling if we get it. Really get it. And then, oh, ladies, nice job.
Does it matter if we straighten our legs and lay down?
No, you don't straighten your legs. You kind of just keep them. All right, so the legs go straight up, but the carriage does move. At the top, you keep the power, but you turn parallel. Don't lock your knees, Deb. Okay, you straighten up. You rise up without locking your knees or moving your carriage. That's right. So you're here. Okay, now go parallel. Right, just don't lock here. Stand here. Rise straight up, no movement of the carriage. Then abdominals, and you don't have to get even that high. Right, and then abdominals fold you over. Knees stay straight. And then you prayer foot back in. Little narrower knees, Deb. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's like a lot of stuff we don't do, right? So that it comes in here. Yeah, and then as you do your hands like that, perfect. Push your heels away and narrow your knees. Oh, and more. Okay, right when you start to feel the connection of it. Beautiful. And that's what you push with. You push with that. Yes. Yeah, and then Karen, just don't hyperextend. That's what kind of throws you off. And then bend here with your abs, your spine, to bring your carriage home. And then prayer foot home. And come down. Nice. All right. Once you get it, you know, like it's breaking the old habit a little bit, right? All right, drop your handles in the well. Come up to standing. Put your headrest up. Foot bar up. You might go a little lighter spring, like green, blue. We're going to do front headstands. Okay, so parallel hip width, right? Hand, foot, head, hand, foot, parallel hip width, no hyperextension. Stand in the front of your shin ankle. You can do hands flat on the carriage. Yep. Which is kind of nice. Even on the carrot, on the upholstery, you got it. All right. Foot ankle your foot. So you push with your foot. Go parallel, Deb. Yeah. You go all the way out. You drop your sacrum through to the floor. Go, go, go. And you come back up. And you curl it out. You drop it down. You just go. That's it, Laura. Don't stretch your feet too much, Karen, just because then you'll hyperextend a little bit. So they might move, but then it's your back that bends. Yeah. Yep. There you go, Meredith. Nice job. All right, step to the floor. That was better, Karen. Yeah. Have a seat. Lie down. Once again, parallel hip width. If you want to do back headstands. If you don't have to. Okay? Hands go on your shoulder blocks. You semicircle your hips up. And then you pike up onto your head. Nice. Parallel hip width. And you press out. And really the only distinction here was some other hand positions, right? So you could go on your forehead, but you also could go on the top of the head rest or arms straight up over the head. And you want to go out far enough. Keep pushing, Meredith. Go out farther. Go out farther. Go out farther. So you could do a lower lift heel. And then back up again and then come home. Back lifts, yes. And then roll on down and slide out to your semicircle. And I'm going to put your pegs in. You guys just slide out into your semicircles. Yep, I'm putting you in nice and close. Don't blast out. 2 springs. Don't go too crazy heavy because it's a lot. You could do either. You could play with it. So both versions. And if you are doing the more turned out one, it's just what we were talking about. Hands face down. Thank you. Hands face down, Deb, this way. There we go. All right, straighter arms if you can. Then you drop 1. Drop. Just drop. And then you push out. Don't bang too much. Figure it out. Then rise up and come home. And drop it down. And that's so that you have to bend a lot in between. And yes, you stay on the stop. You stay on the stop as you rise. You push it out. Stay on your stop and rise. And then reverse. Push out. Stay on the stop. Roll it down. Come on home. up and over. And push it out. Stay on it. Roll it down. Come home. Nice job. And up and over. Last time. Not too high ankles, Karen, if you can. And then push it out. Drop it down. And come on in. Get your hair cut. And then slide back. And step off. You can't hold on as much. Exactly. You actually have to find power in these other places instead of in between so much. And then you actually release a little tension. All right, come up to standing. Take your peg out. Put your foot bar down. Sorry, first it's better if you put your foot down, bar down first. But I always forget to tell people that. Okay, you take your peg out. You grab your handles. And you should be already on a nice 2, should be fine. And you go in chest expansion, right? So you're not on your shoulder blocks, but you don't have to hook. And then you hold the wood and you press back and you lean back and you look, and come forward and up. That's it. And you go back and you feel your upper back power. Like you're on your upper back, pushing your body forward, and you go back. That's it, Deb. Look. Be careful not to pop your ribs to do it. Kind of take your ribs with you. Yeah, put your ribs into it. Right there, Laura. Kind of pull your ribs into your arms more. All of this, pull it in. Right, good, powerful. Excellent. Yeah. Right here, pull it in. Right. So we're not arching. Does that make sense? And the connection to the arm should actually be right here and not out here like that. All right, so now you take your loops, you add a spring or 2. If you're going low, you put your pad on your headrest or on your springs. You go up to your shoulder blocks and you hold your loops, right? Yeah. Yeah, and you'd use that one, Deb, but it doesn't matter unless you're going really low, but you might. Knuckles face back. Yes. All right. The other way. You got it. Sorry. You know what I mean? Palms face back. How about that? Press your strap, a little chest expansion, and then take the whole thing back, including your ribs. Take your hands a little further back. Meredith, back there. Yeah. Keep them back there. They actually stay behind your side seam the whole way. And you keep it. Nice job. And you keep it. That's so good, though. Karen, pull your strap to your side seam. Pull it to here. Keep it there. Take it with you. Pull your ribs in. And pull it back up again. A little straighter arms. A little more ribs. Come on. Yes. All right. Hook your handles. I know, right? Everybody turn to face me just because the choreography is enough complicated on this side arms, right? So hook your handles, face me, go down to 1. Red over here is fine. Blue over here is better. All right, you're facing me. If you can do the tripod, you do the tripod. You're going to take your front handle with that hand. So don't switch hands. Yeah, up against. All right, opposite hand on your hip. And then you go up, fist, open your hand out to the side. Fist in, punch up, open, out to the side. Nice job. Fist to shoulder more. And then up, I think. Open and out one more time. Fist, up, open, out. Nice job. All right. Switch hands onto your shoulder block. Front hand, so stay with me. Front hand is going to be here. Down, Karen. Yeah, a little lower. Yeah, same head that you're turned right over your shoulder. You pull up, and Deb, take your right hand down. Come down. You got it. Pull up on a diagonal, then look straight forward, and then elbow comes up to ear. And then turn, take your hand down. Pull on a diagonal. Look straight forward. Arm comes up and over, all the way to your ear. Come down, turn your head. Pull on a diagonal. Pull that thing. Turn forward and arch it up and over. Okay, nice. Let's do the other side. I know, they're good, right? Yeah, the class kind of cements it, reinforces it, makes it make a little more sense, you know. All right, so it's the opposite hand than you think, everybody. Other hand on your hip. Up, open, out, in, up, open, out, in, up, and just kind of pull your ribs together a little bit. Yeah, open, out, one more time. In, up. Oh, good job. Open, out. Switch hands. Side bend. That hand stays low. You got it. The one that wants to go up comes down. And then you go side, look straight forward, and then up to your ears. You can scoot your knees back a little bit if you feel like you're hitting your glasses, and then come down. And then you pull on a diagonal. Then you look straight forward and up and over. Careful of your hyperextending right elbow, your down elbow, right? There you go, Laura. Look forward and up and over. Nice job. All right, now face front. Go a red. You guys are probably okay. If it's not enough, you can go a green. Or you could even go a red-blue. Just one for now. Try the red. If it feels too light, you'll know. That's going to be too much. Go red-blue. And then you try it on a red. If it's not enough, you add. Because we're going to do the bicep curl, but we're going to take it into the circle. Right? So remember, it's not that you make a shape with your spine. It's that you contract your abdominals. You make a wall of meat. And then you lift that up. And then you open your pec power. Pec power. Don't stretch them so much. Use them. Look up. Yeah. And then you come back in. You make a six-pack. Beautiful. And as you come up, lengthen your pecs out, but keep them strong. And again, in and up. And then don't arch. Just open. Yeah, Deb. Yeah, right? So you maintain this power. You don't just let it go. Yeah. Nice job. Okay, hook your handles. Step off to the right, whichever is your right. And we'll do twist. If you want to do snake, you can do snake, but we'll do twist officially. Okay, so one green. And you can go on the wood, but classically it's on the foot bar. You can use the stopper to kind of fake a shorter carriage.
But you don't need it.
Yeah, you know, like, it's hard to decide that one, you know. You don't go very far. Only move out like maybe 6 inches. No, not officially, but you're tiny. I would go on the wood. Okay, you go out 1, you twist 2, you come back in 3, and you come home 4. And you go out and you twist just your head. Okay, you come back in and you come back in. Good. See if you could not gesture your waist right there. What happens is, do you see it? We side bend. Try not to side bend. And Deb, you're doing it too. Come out, look over your shoulder, but don't side bend. Don't do this piece. Stop. Take this together. Hold this together. Twist the whole thing. And the whole thing. Yes. Yes. So you can see what happens. Like, watch for a sec, right? She goes out. And then we want to shorten. We're not going to shorten. We're going to stay with it. Stay with it. Yeah.
Okay, the difference is strength then.
It might be. So when we get to mermaid, we're going to do something that'll show you a little bit about that. Okay, so let's go to the other side. It is your upper arm, your rib to arm connection on the shoulder block hand. Don't gesture that. Okay, stay here, come out, keep this. Now just look your head, just your head. Don't even do that. That whole thing you just did, just your head. Right, just your head, just your head, just your head. Up again, exactly. Karen, turn your head, not your pelvis. Just turn your head. Whew, girl. Okay, now stay curled. Turn your head, just your head, just your head. Keep it down. Keep looking at me. Keep looking at me. Just keep looking at me. Just keep looking at me and come back up. No, that's all right. So on the 4 wheels too, you might even be like a red blue you might like. Because again, it's going to help you close. This one has 2, it's not quite as bad. All right, so we're going to do corkscrew. You know, but let's do mermaid first, just because you're going to find something in mermaid that you're going to wish you had for your twist and your corkscrew. So everybody face me. Your 2 springs, but not too crazy heavy, because our shoulder strength is not up to that. So I'd go 2 reds. Now, here's what I've kind of figured out to say. There's a pretend center line on the carriage and the foot bar. You are behind the line with all of you except your knees. And especially your ribs. Pull them in, pull them in, pull them in. Okay? Now, the movement is actually this. What you're going to want to do is this. You're going to actually almost kind of feel like you pick the foot bar up and you push with your bottom shin, right? So you pick the foot bar up and push with your bottom shin, and then you pick it up all the way, keep coming. Now, when you go out this next time, you got it. Ribs in just a little more. Little tail curl can help too. Push out. Now, take your up hand and put it on the top of the carriage. All the way to the top of the carriage. Come in holding that. And see if you can get the stretch in that part of the rib that we aren't using in our twist. Yes, right? And that's what we need in our twist, and that's what we need in our corkscrew. Come up a little higher here, so you're not down and under, you're up and over. Yes, yes, yes. And then push with your bottom shin, your right shin. Push, push more, push more. Get out there. Go ahead, push. Girl, go, you got it. And then other side. Questions on that? Yeah, that'll be good for surfing. Somehow, some way, I'm sure. She's a big surfer girl. Okay, so you get all you behind except your legs, including your ribs, and especially your upper rib, and then a tiny tail curl because we're still in an arch, no matter what, right? And then don't push your elbow down. Lift your elbow up. Look up a little, Deb. Yeah, look straight up. And don't lean towards your straight arm. Lean towards your up arm. Right? Yeah, Laura, right. And then just push the bottom shin, but keep leaning towards the bottom shin. Yes. Yes. Good. Ribs in. Ribs in, ribs in. Get behind your shoulder. Yeah, and get your shoulder back there too. Everybody back. Stay back here, right? Push out. Yes, that's the one. Take the top edge and come on in. Yeah, and you may find one side is quite different than the other. Yeah, exactly, right? So now let's do corkscrew and use those muscles more. 2 springs, headrest down. You can hold the back of your carriage. We're going to do the one that's like the tilt-a-whirl. So your legs are going to start here. Then they're going to go down to the foot bar and around and come back up in 3 times the same direction. Up, down, up. Right? And the twist is in those tight side rib muscles. Jackknife over and then the legs are a little higher than that. Yeah, and do it not from your calves, but from your feet. Yeah. Okay, and lift your feet, Deb. Not your calves, but your feet. You got it. Twist to the right, those high muscles in your ribs. Down to the foot bar and back up again. Don't swing your legs. Twist your ribs. Twist your ribs, twist your ribs, twist your ribs. What if you tried to get parallel to the ground on your side movements? That was nice, Meredith. The other way. Okay, twist. That's it, Deb. Go low. Try to get your legs, your calves to skim the foot bar. Down, skim the foot bar. Oh, it could be lower than that. And then low, Deb. Wait. Oh, come on. Come on. Somebody give me one. Almost, but not quite. Yes. Nice job. All right. We're going to do a little wild jump. We're going to skip short box, etc. Long span. We're going to go into knee stretches. Headrest up, 2 springs, foot bar up. The distinction here is how low you go. You're going to go lower than you ever went before with your hips and your head. And you're going to have that sense. Picture Joe, right? You're going to have the sense that the shoulders are above your head and the head is way down below, right? But you're not going to stretch your back. You're going to put your weight on your hands. Put it on your hands and push your feet away from your hands. And somersault in to do it. Go in and come back. Yeah, and out and come home. Now, you're not going to go out maybe as far as you're used to. You're going to just come to the top of this and then all the way back under. And just less here, way less here. Come here instead of back. Yeah, you can still curl. It's just a forward curl, not a backward curl. That's better, Laura. Yeah, so Deb, same thing. It's a forward curl, not a backward curl. Put this weight forward. Put it forward. Almost swan out the littlest little bit, right? And then curl forward. Yeah. Yeah, so it's here. Sorry, but I just tickled you. Got you right in your funny spot. So it's here. It's so weird. Why is it not? But we're all here. So we're stretching our back, which is not using your abs at all. Yeah, and put it on your abs. Now, curl, curl. Yes, don't stretch all this. Stand on your hands and curl. And now, okay, right? Here you go. I don't know why it's so crazy hard. Smaller, be small. Yeah, stay small, stay small. Stay small. That's the way, Deb. Stay small in here. Yes. And pull it home. That was awesome. So remember when I said whatever we're doing, long stretch, down stretch, down, it's like everybody just gets smaller. Stop getting so big all the time. Just get a little smaller so your muscles are like this. And then the muscles can contract. If we're pulling them like this, they can't do anything. Right? So get into a more relaxed position and then contract yourself home. So do the arch. Get way down. Get your sternum equal to the foot bar. There you go. Yeah, right? You're not going to lock your elbows. You're going to soften everything and extend your spine. Now, Karen, look up because we're arching. Okay, get your sternum down, your upper back down. Sorry, I know you can only go so far with your knees, okay? Watch your wrists. Put your weight on your hands and kick your feet away from your hands. Don't kick you away from your hands, just your feet. You got it. Arch your back. Arch it. Yeah, and then don't use this. Go from foot to hand right away. Arch it, stick your ribs way out. Keep them out. Move your foot. Yeah, that's the way. Get down. Unlock your arms. Stand on them. Yes. Yes, that's the one. So you see what I mean is that we're always pushing away. And then it's all work in tightening instead of work in supporting yourself to be able to And again, I think that one you feel the cheetah the most. Is she's going to go this way. She's not going to do one of two things. She's not going to pull back, and she's not going to stretch. She's just going to go onto these hands. And it can't be out there. She can't land on them. And then she's not going to pull back to do it. It's all going to be this way. And there's just this thing, you hit it, and you're like, oh. Okay, let's do some running. So now running, this is not like the archival version, although it is kind of. Just keep your knees a little bent. Not a rule, but today, we're going to keep the knees from straightening so that all of the movement involved in running happens south of your ankle. All of it happens south of the ankle, not even here. Yeah, get a little lower on the balls of your feet. Yeah, okay? And you make the arch of your foot do it. The arch of your foot. Way less of this. All this work, make your feet do it. And your feet do it. And your feet do it. Less calves, more feet. It's happening here. The feet, bend your feet muscles. Your feet bend your feet joints. It's not. Yes, it should be working. You're not stretching. You're kneading your feet. K-N-E-A-D. Kneading your feet. Yes, Deb, right?
So to not break with your calf, you're just letting your foot bend forward?
Nope. You're bending your foot more. You're not letting it bend more. You're bending it more with muscles that bend it and suspend it in your foot. Yes, it's here, but it's a lot in the arch. Does that make sense? That is crazy hard. I get it.
It might
Here.
feel something. You might feel something.
You totally will feel your calves, but you don't do the calf. You do the foot. And all the calf muscles come up from the foot. But if we calf it, it's sort of like trying to move your arm from your forearm instead of the opposite way, where you would move your hand to pick something up, and these muscles would do what your hand requires instead of the other way around, right? Okay, so then let's just do bottom lift and you're finished. We didn't get to our splits, but we got a lot of it. Take it very wide. Find the back of that backstroke hip. Levitate your sacrum up and then out and in. Try to get your sacrum a little higher than your pubic bone. Try to get your sacrum a little higher than your pubic bone. So stick your butt out a little bit. Yeah, and come down. Yeah, right. So you're going to have just a sense of a more lift right in there. Stick your butt out. The other way, down. Arch your back. Yeah, and pick this up. Right. And then work that. Yeah, and keep that up. Yes, and work the back of your hip. You got it. That's it, Karen. Yeah, don't even work your quads. Work the back of your hip. Bend your elbows a little. And work the back of your hip. You got it. The back of your hip. And the back of your beautiful. You got it. Nice job.
Then you feel your feet.
Coordination maybe, yeah. Yeah, then your weight's on your feet. You're not impeding gravity going to your feet all the time by tightening your calves, tightening your knees, tightening your quads. You're just using the leg muscles that are required by what the foot movement is, something like that. Okay, nice job, you guys. You're welcome. Beautiful. Bye. Hope you had an awesome class.